Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danda.
Hare Krishna. So welcome you all for today's evening Bhagavatam session. We are in the first canto, second chapter. We have to start second chapter today. It has been 2 weeks since we did not have the class. So we'll start with the chapter 2 today, first canto, chapter 2. Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Kaurat Vishe Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Kauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Muham Karoti Vachalam Pangum Gande Tekirim Nikripatam Hamande Shri Kurunti Nadarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mutiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Muttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Srimad Bhagavatam Puranamamalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramaham Samekam Amalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Viraha Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyamavashtutam Tatshunman Supatan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuche Nara. Hare Krishna. Let's share the screen. So we have to start with the second chapter today, first canto. But before that, these are the interesting slokas that we can memorize. That praises Srimad Bhagavatam, that glorifies Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is from Krishna Leela Sava by Sanatana Goswami. So these are very important slokas. Where every time we recite this, then we can understand how glorious is to associate with Srimad Bhagavatam. So can any one of you can volunteer? We'll have this every week. 5 slokas we will recite, and then we'll start the class. So by the end of 1 or 2 months, we will be able to by heart this. Of course, the meaning is very easy to understand. So when we by heart and when we reach Srimad Bhagavatam, when we glorify first the Bhagavatam and then we start reading Bhagavatam, then the connection will be more. So any one of you can volunteer to recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes,
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams Mataji.
I'll recite one line and then read it on behalf of everyone. Everyone can recite it. Mataji will recite it in unmute state. Sarva Sastrabdi Piyusha
सर्वशास्त्राभिपीयूषा
Sarva Vedaika Satpala
सर्ववेदैकसत्फला
Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya
सर्वसिद्धान्तरत्नाद्य
सर्वलोकैकदृक्प्रदा
सर्वलोकैकदृक्प्रदा
सर्वभागवतप्राण
सर्वभागवतप्राण
श्रीमद्भागवतप्रभो
श्रीमद्भागवतप्रभु
कलिध्वान्तोदितादित्य
कलिध्वान्तोदितादित्य
श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तित
श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तित
परमानन्दपाताय
परमानन्दपाताय
प्रेमवर्ष्यक्षराय ते
प्रेमवर्ष्यक्षरायते
सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय
सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय
श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तुते नमोऽस्तु मे
श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तु मे
मद्येकबन्धो मत्सङ्गिन्
मद्येकबन्धो मत्सङ्गिन्
मद्गुरो मद्महाधन
मद्गुरो मन्महाधन
मन्निष्टारकमद्भाग्य
मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य
मदानन्द नमोऽस्तु ते
मद्आनन्द नमोऽस्तु ते
असाधु साधु असाधु साधु तादायिन्
असाधु साधु तादायिन्
अतिनीचोच्चतारक
अतिनीचोच्चताकर
ताकर हानमुञ्च कदाचिन्
हानमुञ्च कदाचिन्
मां प्रेम्णा हृत्कण्ठो कन्तयो स्पृहा
मां प्रेम्णा हृत्कण्ठयो स्फुरा
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
So the first alone we will see the meaning. Sarva Sastrabdi Piyusha. So it's actually Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the Sastras. Abdi means ocean. So there may be so many scriptures, but Bhagavatam is the nectarine of all the condensed form of all the scriptures. It's like a nectar actually. And Sarva Vedaika Satpala, we know Kalitam Palam. It is the ripened fruit of all the Vedas. Sarva Siddhanta Ratnadya. Siddhanta, there are so many philosophies, Advaita, Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, so many philosophies are there. But for all the philosophies, this is the Bhagavata. Bhagavata Tattva is the Ratna of all the philosophy. What a philosophy that Bhagavatam gives, that is ultimate prayojana, prema. Krishna prema is the ultimate philosophy that ultimate goal and philosophy that we have to learn. So this Bhagavatam gives us the Ratna. It is like the Ratna. It gives us the ultimate philosophy or ultimate prayojana. Then Sarva Lokaika Drikpada. Drikpada means it shows the direction for all those who are in, not only in Kali Yuga, in all the ages. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Adhyatma Deepa. It is the torchlight for everyone. So Sarva Lokaika Drikpada. So very easy to remember. Slokas are very easy. Anyway, I'll share the notes also, so that you can, this particular slokas, every day you can try to recite. And then before you start the Srimad Bhagavatam reading, every time when you recite these slokas, you will have, you will approach the Grantha with deep gratitude actually. Okay, so we may move on. Last time when we finished the first chapter of this particular canto, all the sages of Naimisharanya, they all assembled in Naimisha Kshetra. So in Naimisharanya, Naimisha Kshetra, they all assembled, and by the act of providence, their good fortune, they happened to meet Suta Goswami. Then Suta Goswami, when they met Suta Goswami, actually they were planning to do yajna for thousands of years and then attain Swargaya Lokaya. But after coming in connection with, in touch with Suta Goswami, they wanted to do the yajna of Shravana, and then they wanted to attain, they wanted to attain the highest goal of going back home, back to God, to Krishna Loka. So Swargaya Lokaya, first their aim was go to Swarga Loka by doing yajnas, but after meeting Suta Goswami, they wanted to go to Swargaya Lokaya, where it means Vaikuntha Loka. So they were, when they met Suta Goswami, they asked Suta Goswami the 6 prominent questions based on which the entire Bhagavatam is being described or narrated by Suta Goswami. So they didn't ask, please narrate Srimad Bhagavatam. They asked 6 very prominent questions, and answer to that, Suta Goswami narrates Srimad Bhagavatam. So these 6 questions, he could have narrated so many because he is the son of Roma Harshana Sutta. He could have heard so many philosophies. Even in the first chapter, in one particular sloka, we saw when they, when Saunakadi Rishis glorified Suta Goswami, they said, you have learned so many sastras. So he could have narrated so many other, any other Purana, but in particularly to the, in order to give answer to these questions, he narrated Srimad Bhagavatam. So we understand the importance of these 6 questions. So what was the first question? You should explain. That is, Saunakadi Rishis, they are asking to Suta Goswami, please, you should explain what is the most beneficial for humanity. That is goal of, primary goal or most important goal for the humanity. What is the important goal for the humanity? So we saw the answer is 1.2.6. Anyone, did anyone go through the answer for this sloka 1.1.9, 1.2.6? Any one of you? Savai Pumsam Parvata.
Oh, yes, Mataji. Savai Pumsam Parodharmo Yato Bhaktir Atokshade Ahaituki Apradihata Yayatma Suprasidati.
Any, can you explain the answer in like in a very short form? Here, what is the most beneficial factor for the humanity? So in that, the answer to that is Savai Pumsam Parodham. So in short, can you tell me the meaning of the sloka that you said?
It is the supreme dharma of of any 1 minute, Mataji. I'll just check.
No, whatever you understood, you can say.
Savai Pumsam Parodharmo. Yato Bhaktir Atokshade. Rather, that is the supreme dharma that of any person who is in Varnashrama is to do devotional service unto the to do bhakti and devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that bhakti should be ahetuki and apradihata. Ahetuki means selfless, without any expectations, fruitless bhakti, and apradihata means continuous.
Yes.
Should be without any break. Should be continuous and with faith.
Yes.
Apradihata. So then only that is considered as the supreme dharma
For the humanity. Very nice.
for the humanity. Yes.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
So, what is the most beneficial thing for humanity, dharma, or the paro dharma for humanity, not only people in Varnashrama dharma. Those people who are not even considered to be within the Varnashrama dharma, they also can take to even Chandalas, Malechas, Yavanas, they can take to the process of pure devotional service, and then they can attain the highest goal. When they perform a devotional service, ahai to be unmotivated and uninterrupted. These two should be underlined actually. The bhakti should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So in the early stage, in the Kanishta stage, there may be some contamination in the faith itself. But when by constant association with devotees, with Madhyama and Uttamadhikaris, the Kanishta Bhaktas can also rise to the platform of pure devotional service. Both Madhyama and Uttamadhikaris, they are considered to be in the platform of pure devotional service. They may be sadhakas, but their goal is Krishna Prema, which is obtained by the process of pure devotional service. Okay, I'm not going to go deep into it. We'll
Prabhupada calls it unalloyed.
unalloyed, yes.
Unalloyed.
Pure devotional
Mataji.
service, unalloyed.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Alloy is mixture of 2-3 metals.
Yes.
Unalloyed means that there should not be any mixture. There should not be jnana or karma mixed with the bhakti. And second question was, tell us who have faith the essence, who have faith in the essence of all scriptures by which the intellect is pleased. So in the 11th sloka, they ask, what is the essence of all? Once we know what is the parodharma, what is the way to attain the parodharma? So that is the essence of all the scriptures. Abhideya, they are asking about Abhideya. So what is Abhideya? It is given in 1.2.7. That is Bhakti. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha. See, the Prayojana is pure devotion, so Bhakti Yoga. Janete Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Yatat Ahaitukam. So, essence of all scriptures is to attain or to do devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead or pure devotional service. Third question, you should tell us who desire to hear. They are very eager to hear, actually, Shaunaka Rishis. The purpose of Krishna's appearance from Devaki and Vasudeva. That was a question. And the answer to that is 1 to 34. Actually, the second chapter in itself is the essence of the entire Bhagavatam. Not only the first canto, the entire Bhagavatam, second chapter is the essence. Like how in Bhagavad Gita, the second chapter is a summary of entire Bhagavad Gita, because there is no other topic left out by Krishna. He explained everything, karma, jnana, yoga, everything he explained. And at the end, bhakti also he explained. So Bhagavad Gita, second chapter is considered to be the summary. In Bhagavatam also, a second chapter of first canto is considered to be summary. That's why it's very important to know all the slokas of second chapter. In the previous chapter, we found the first 3 slokas we have to by heart. We all by hearted it. But in the second chapter, the entire chapter should be by hearted actually. Anyway, we will see. So what is the answer to that? You see 23rd sloka where it says 23. Sattvam rajas tama iti prakrite gunaistai yuktam para purusha eka ihasya date sthiti adye hari virinchi hareti samnyaya shreyamsi tatra kalau Sattvatanor Brunam Syoku. Okay. So why did Lord Krishna appear? Lord Vishnu, one who is worshipped by the supreme, all the big devatas, or Vishnu, even Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. They all accepted the three gunas. Of course, Vishnu is not within the three gunas. But in Guna Avatar, he is considered to be in the Sattva Guna. And why Krishna appeared? In order to give pleasure to the, I think the sloka number is different. Something wrong with the sloka.
1 to 34, Mataji.
What more?
1 to 34.
1.2.34 Mataji. भावयत्येष सत्त्वेन लोकान् वै लोकभावनः लीलावतारो रोतु देव
34. Right?
नरः. Yes. Naradishu, sorry.
So thus the Lord of the universe maintains all planets inhabited by demigods, men and lower animals. Assuming the role of incarnation, he performs pastime to reclaim the mode of pure goodness. So, why he appeared? In order to reclaim the devotional service. In order to distribute devotional service, the Lord appears. When he came as Krishna, he reciprocated with his devotees. Kritavan kirakarmani saharamena keshavaha hatimatyani Buddha Kapata Manushaha, one word I will say. So why the Lord appeared in the form of a human being? In order to give a pleasure to his devotees. And pastimes of Krishna. So, and his avatars. So that is explained in the second chapter, 30 to 33 slokas. So that we see in the beginning of material creation, that absolute personality of Godhead in his transcendental question created the energies of cause and effect by his own internal energy. So the Lord expanded as Vishnu form in order to create this universe. And after creation, creating the material substance, the Lord expanded himself and entered into it. So this is Garbhoda Shai Vishnu. The 30th sloka explains Sri Mahavishnu. And then the 31st sloka explains about Garbhoda Shai Vishnu. And then the Lord as super soul pervades all the things, just as fire permeates wood, and so he appears to be of many varieties, though he is the absolute one without a second. So the 32 sloka indicates the Kshiroda Shai Vishnu. He creates the universe, he enters it, and then he is expanding all over the universe. So the super soul enters into bodies of created beings who are influenced by the mode of material nature and cause them to enjoy the effect of these modes by subtle mind. So what is the why Lord Krishna takes so many avatars? In order to create, maintain, and annihilate, and also most important function of the Supreme Lord in three Paramatma form, that is Mahavishnu and Garbhoda Shai Vishnu and Kshiroda Shai Vishnu, is to maintain the living entities. So that we see. And then this fifth question is describe the stories of avatars. So that is being explained in 1.3. All the avatar, list of avatars, 22, 23. Actually, avataraha ashankeyaha. There are so unlimited avatars of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyway, around 21, 22 avatars are being described in the third chapter. And the sixth question is, tell us The shelter of Dharma now that Krishna has departed. So where did Dharma take its shelter when the Lord departed? That is, the answer is directly given in the third chapter, 43rd. Very, what to say? Very popular sloka. Anyone knows this sloka?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
कृष्णस्वदामोपगते ज्ञानादिभिक्सः कलौ नष्टदृशाम्येष पुराणार्कोऽधुनोदितः.
Hare Krishna. Super much. So the translation, the Bhagavata Purana is as brilliant as a sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Krishna, Lord Krishna, to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Person who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. Very important sloka. So Krishna Swadamo Upagate Dharma Jnana Divisa. When Krishna left the planet, already Kali was approaching. So Dharma Jnana, everything went off. Only Bhakti remained. Even that Bhakti can be obtained only when we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, which destroys the ignorance, the darkness of ignorance. Just like when sun appears in the sky, all the darkness is wiped off. Like similarly, when we take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the ignorance that we have due to the age of Kali is wiped. And then Bhagavatam is considered to be that sun which dissipates our ignorance. So these are all the 6 questions. Actually, entire Bhagavatam gives answer to all these 6 questions. But particularly, we take specific slokas so that we at least understand the glimpse for all the what should be the brief answer for each of these 6 questions. So now we can move to the second chapter. Actually, we are seeing only 500 slokas. In that, we see in the second chapter, second, third, and fourth slokas are particularly mentioned. Further, we will try to see the second and third slokas today. So, after hearing the questions from Saunakadi Rishis, Suta Goswami was actually very happy. But like in a class, if you take a heavy topic, the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the first 3 slokas were very heavy, right? The first sloka itself, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gave 5 meanings in the for the first sloka, so because it had 2-3 Vedanta sutras associated with it. So very heavy chapter, but even after explaining that chapter, which had deep philosophical meaning, the Saunakadi Rishis, they were very eager to hear more from Suta Goswami. So the teacher is very pleased when the student is attentive. And they are trying to understand the topic and ask questions also. That's a great thing. That makes the teacher very happy, right? So here also, Suta Goswami was very happy. That he expresses in the first sloka actually. The first sloka, he says, I'm very happy to hear such questions from you, or your eagerness to hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that he says, and then further he glorifies Sukadeva Goswami, because Suta Goswami heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Suta Goswami. So he says here 1, 2, 2. And before that, before starting the second chapter, the topic of this chapter is divinity and divine services. Actually, if you see actually, if you see this entire second chapter describes us about Sambandha, Abhidaya, and Prayojana. That's why it is considered to be the summary of entire Bhagavatam. So the second chapter, Suta Goswami gives the knowledge about Sambandha, about Abhideya and Prayojana. All completely spread out. Not that this particular sloka is Sambandha, this particular sloka is Abhideya, not like that. But the entire chapter, he covers the Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. And hence it is considered to be the important chapter. So we will recite the sloka first. 1, 2, 2. Suta uvacha yam pravjajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano virahakatarajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo abhinedus tam sarvabhuta hridayam munim anantosmi. Anyone wanted to recite this sloka?
Chale Mataji.
Yes.
Suta uvacha yam pravrajantamanupetamapeta-krityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo binedus ram sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Mataji, may I?
Yes, Mataji.
Suta uvacha yam pravrajjantam anupetamapeta-krityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo abhinedustam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vaijayanti Mataji.
Suta uvacha yam pravrjantamanipetamapeta-krityam dvaipayano viragakatara putri tanmayataya taravobhidengu tam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanadosmi. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. May I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Suta uvacha yam pravrajantamanopetamapeta-krityam dvaipayano virahakatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravobhineduhu tam sarvabhuta hridayam munimanatosmi. Thank you.
So in this, we see Suta Goswami is saying, I offer my respects to the sage Sukadeva Goswami because before answering the question, he wanted to glorify his Gurudev. So he says, Tam Munim Munim Anantosmi. So I offer my respects to Sukadeva Goswami. Why Suta Goswami glorifies Sukadeva Goswami as his guru? Because when Sukadeva Goswami was explaining, was singing Srimad Bhagavatam to Parishit Maharaj, Suta Goswami was also there. So he heard Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami. So in order to narrate Srimad Bhagavatam further, he wanted to take blessings from Sukadeva Goswami. So he is saying, I offer my respects to the Muni or the sage Sukadeva Goswami. Sarva Bhuta Hridayam. So he entered the mind of all beings. Not so it is not that Sukadeva Goswami is explaining Bhagavatam to only Parishit Maharaj. Like Parishit Maharaj was only the Vyaja, he was only the way, but actually Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for all the living entities. So Sarva Bhuta Hridayam, he entered the mind of all beings, and to whom Yam Vyasa, his father Dvaipayana. So how did Sukadeva Goswami learn Srimad Bhagavatam? From his own father, who is Vyasadeva, Dvaipayana Vyasa. Viraha Kadara Ajuha. So when Vyasa was, when Sukadeva Goswami was born, he immediately left his 16 years he was in the womb of his mother. But once he was, when he came out of the womb, he immediately left the ashram. He just went out because he was a self-realized soul. When he was born only, he was self-realized soul. So he just went off. He just walked away from his parents. But Vyasa, who was his father, he cried out loudly because he didn't undergo any samskaras. And also, he wanted to deliver Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami. But he was not hearing his father. So he was walking away and in the forest only, no? So he was having ashram in the forest. So when he walked away, Vyasa was crying out, hey putra, hey putre. That is what is being told here. Putre iti. So he was viraha, he was experiencing separation. Katara ajuhava, out of pain of separation, he cried. Putra iti, hey putra, hey putra. He was calling Sukadeva Goswami. And when Apeta Krityam, when Sukadeva went without even taking any samskaras, or he was not taking any lessons from Vyasadeva, he was in, he was very concerned as a father. But he didn't hear, he just left home. Pravrajantam, he left home. Anupetam, so and could not be brought back. So even though Vyasadeva was saying, hey putra, and he was crying out, but he didn't even turn around. He just walked away. In that time, at that time, even the trees, Taravo, Tan Mayataya, very much attached. See, even the trees were very much attached to Sukadeva Goswami. Tan Mayataya, they also considered him to be their son. And they also called out Abhinedu Putra iti. They also called out Putra. So further, when we see, Suta Goswami starts to reflect here, actually. So he starts to speak Srimad Bhagavatam, which in itself is the essence of all the scriptures and very substance. Again, we have to understand that we should very clearly understand that Saunakadi Rishis did not ask him to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. They told one of the important question is, what is the essence of all scriptures? He was very, Suta Goswami already read so many scriptures. We saw in the previous chapter also. He was very thorough in Puranas and various Manu Samhitas, everything. But he could have explained so many other dharmas also. But he was ready to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam. So we understand the importance of Bhagavatam. The subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam is very grave, actually. If you see the Vedantis, they say Veda is very important, and Upanishads, Vedanta, Upanishads is very important because they don't consider Puranam to be the Pramana. They consider Veda because Veda and Upanishad, or in one case they are Apaurushayam, they are not touched by any human being. Apaurushayam means they are beyond human perceptions. And so it has been considered to be the Shruti Sastras. While Puranas are considered to be Smriti Sastras, they are given by various authors. Once you say Veda, it is directly coming from Lord Krishna. But when you say Smriti, they have author. So they all the Vedantis, they consider the Smritis to be on a lower pedestal, and when we when we tell some pramana from Smriti, they don't accept this actually. So here, here when asked about the essence of all the scriptures, Sukadeva Goswami Suta Goswami did not start to explain about the Upanishad or the Vedanta Suttas. He gave pramana to be Bhagavatam. So we should understand that even though there are so many conclusions in the Vedas, the most ripened fruit is Srimad Bhagavatam. And all the 6 questions are very important questions, if you see. And for that, the answer is given to be from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all scriptures. And Sutta Goswami directly speaks Srimad Bhagavatam as the essence of all scriptures. And also, Srimad Bhagavatam has a very unique position. It gives prayojana, the ultimate goal. There may be so many sadhyas. Sadhya means the goal. There may be so many goals. So many sadhyas are possible. Swarga, from starting from Swarga to Brahmaloka or the impersonal Brahman, so many sadhyas are there. But Bhagavatam gives prayojana. Prayojana means ultimate sadhya. Bhagavatam is Krishna Prema as ultimate sadhya. So there may be so many goals, but prayojana is Krishna Prema. And also there may be various sadhanas. There may be various ways to attain various goals. But the ultimate sadhana or abhideya is pure devotional service, the path of pure devotional service or pure devotional service. So Bhagavatam gives not only prayojana but also abhideya. If you want to say in English, ultimate goal, ultimate process to attain the ultimate goal. And it not only gives the ultimate process and the ultimate goal, it also gives us a strong connection with whom we are going to associate permanently, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, knowledge about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you see, actually Bhagavatam wanted to give only 10th canto. But in order to attain the ultimate, everything ultimate prayojana, ultimate sadhana, ultimate sadhya, and the ultimate supreme person, we are going through so many different, we are going step by step. So there may be so many different sadhanas like karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga. Why is Bhagavatam not explaining karma yoga, ashtanga yoga and all? Yes, it is explaining, but they are all not recommendations. They are only descriptions. What is the recommendation of Srimad Bhagavatam? It is the Sammam, that is the 10th canto. So the only prayojana that Bhagavatam explains is Krishna Bhakti. And it inspires us to attain the object of our life, who is Krishna himself, who is the Swayam Bhagavan. So if you see 10th canto, it alone has 90 chapters. If you see second canto, it has only 10 chapters. It is 9 times 10, 9 times the second chapter. 10th canto is 9 times the second chapter. Second canto, sorry. So you can understand the importance that was given to the Krishna Leela. So all the three, we saw that Bhagavatam explains the ultimate sadhana, ultimate sadhya, and the supreme person. All three are kept in the 10th canto. So even the pastimes of the other avatars, that is explained in all the different cantos, 1 to 9 canto, all the other pastimes, Kapila Dev pastime, Prajapati, Kardama Muni, all those pastimes, the 3rd canto, and in the 4th canto, we see about Rishabhadev pastime, and then in the 5th canto, we see about the entire creation, the 6th canto, Ajamila pastime. And the 7th canto, we see Nrsimhadev Leela, and then the 8th canto, we see about the Samudra Mandan pastime, and 9th canto, we see Ramavatar. Everything, when we go systematically, it inspires us to get more and more love for Krishna. We do not know how, but all these avatars, if you go according to Srimad Bhagavatam and the explanations of given by our acharyas, it gives us the essence to, which is ultimate sadhana, sadhaka, and also ultimate sadhya, ultimate sadhaka, and also the supreme personality of Godhead. Navanam iva lakshanam. Dasamasya Vishuddhartam Navanam iva lakshanam. All the 9 cantos are lakshanas for the 10th canto, which is the ultimate prayojana. Like how you have a soup before having a main course. The soup stimulates our appetite. so that all the digestive enzymes are out for ready for the main course to get digested. Like that, all the 9 cantos they happen to be like the stimulator for the 10th canto. So the Srimad Bhagavatam automatically get anyone who takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, they automatically get attracted to Krishna. So not only first canto, second canto, it is considered to be the introduction to Srimad Bhagavatam, but still they are considered to be the what to say? Because from third canto only all the avatara pastimes are starting. They are considered to be the introduction, but all the philosophies are given in the first and second canto. Even when you leave after hearing the second canto, your foundation is very, very strong. All the other cantos are based on this, the first 3 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam. First 3 very, very important. All the other philosophical reflections given in the other cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, even the 10th canto, are all based on this first 3 slokas and the first 2 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. So why I am explaining all this is why Suta Goswami started to speak Srimad Bhagavatam as answer to all these 6 questions of the sages. So even the Saunakadi rishis, they knew that what is the ultimate sadhya or the prayojana. They knew that very well. That's why they asked about why Krishna appeared to Devaki. What is Krishna's pastime? They asked. They didn't ask why Rama appeared to Dasaratha. What are all Rama's pastime? So this is very, very important. So all the 9 cantos we are studying to get more dear to Krishna, to get more close to Krishna in the 10th canto. Okay, so that is what Suta Goswami, that's why Suta Goswami has explained Srimad Bhagavatam as an answer to all the 6 questions asked by Saunakadi rishis. Okay, so the next, Yenatmasu Prasidati. So they asked one particular question. While hearing it, the intellectual also should be enlightened. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not something sentimental. Oh, 9 hours, so many Krishna is dealing with his devotees all on sentimental basis. Like that someone may say, but it is Bhagavatam is not only about reciprocation of love, but it about rasa, bhakti, love. Not only that, it is very logical also. That's why in answering to the question 11, that is Enatma Suprasidati, we not only wanted to hear about Krishna's pastime, but we wanted to enlighten our intelligence also. For that, including that only, Suta Goswami is explaining about Krishna's Katha. So having every question, observing every questions in his mind, then he starts to reflect on the pastimes of Krishna. In the 10th canto, but anyway, 9 cantos are all limbs of the 10th canto. So if their intelligence are not satisfied with this, then what will happen? So if you are not satisfied by hearing Krishna Katha, which is both relishable and logical, then what else can you get satisfied with? So therefore, among all the essence, I should seek out that with the pleasing to that which is pleasing to the intellect, as decided by most righteous person. No one disagreed with Srimad Bhagavatam. Even Shankaracharya, who had a different philosophy, a completely different philosophy, Siddhanta, he wrote commentary to Bhagavad Gita, telling, he took Bhagavad Gita and he gave his commentary based on Advaita philosophy, but he couldn't take Srimad Bhagavatam. He did for Vedanta Sutra and Bhagavad Gita, but he couldn't touch Srimad Bhagavatam. Because it is full of rasa. Without accepting Krishna to be to be with the form, he has rasa vigraha. You cannot further move on to pastimes at all. You cannot touch Bhagavatam without accepting a form for Krishna, qualities for Krishna, Rupa for Krishna. Rupa, Nama, Guna, Leela. You cannot touch Srimad Bhagavatam. So even the Advaitis, they read Srimad Bhagavatam. They release Srimad Bhagavatam in their own way. We are not going to say whether it is right or wrong, but they too release Srimad Bhagavatam. They may give different sastric views, but for all righteous persons, any he may be a Jnana Yogi, he may be a Ashtanga Yogi, he may be a Karma Yogi. For anyone, Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very relishable actually. So no one will disregard Srimad Bhagavatam. So we may say the intellect is very pleased with Sankhya or Mimamsa or Upanishad or Vedanta Sutras. It may give different conclusions, but it cannot please the intellect. So that's why they asked, Saunakadi rishis were very intelligent actually. They asked it should not only be the essence of all the scriptures, but it should, Yenatma Suprasa, it should satisfy our intellect also. So very intelligently they asked that question. So with this we understand why Suta Goswami started speaking Srimad Bhagavatam as a question to all the, as an answer to all the 6 questions. Then among sages, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa, he is very, very exalted state because Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. He is none other than Lord himself in his Shakti Avesha Avatar. So yeah, he is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Actually, Vyasa is the post, and in each Kali Yuga, different Lord empowers different soul, qualified soul to this post of Vyasa. So this particular Vyasa is Krishna Dvaipayana. So he knows all the philosophies and he has also written Vedanta Sutra. So he has a very he's a very renounced person and he has very clarity in his mind. But what happened? When he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam, everyone were assembled actually. Narada told Vyasa to write Srimad Bhagavatam. And when he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam also, so many people heard. But when Sukadeva Goswami was instructed with Srimad Bhagavatam by Vyasadeva, and then Sukadeva Goswami spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to Parishit Maharaj, Vyasa also was sitting in that assembled, all the August assembled. In the August assembly, even Vyasa was sitting to hear, Narada was sitting to hear, because Sukabrahman was so much realized soul. So Vyasa was calling Sukadeva Goswami when he was moving away. It is not that he was materially attached with Sukadeva Goswami. He wanted to give Srimad Bhagavatam. Secondly, he was a very realized soul. It is not that like me having attachment to my son or daughter. It is not like ordinary human being having attachment to their family member. He called Putra because he was very concerned. He was feeling the pang of separation from his son because he is a Bhagavata. This for Leela purpose, now he is in the stage of self-realized person. He was in the beginning. He was impersonal Brahman. He was in the platform of realizing impersonal Brahman. But Vyasa knew that he is a pure Bhagavata. So he was very attached to his son. That we should understand. Not that he is calling out Sukadeva Goswami due to material attachment. So when Sukadeva left, he was very much panged by his separation. So that Vyasa could not catch him. So he had to apeta. Apeta means some samskaras should be done. As a father, Vyasa he should do some samskaras. Like how when Krishna was born in the jail, Vasudeva was the father. He wanted to give, as a Kshatriya, he wanted to give charity, but he could not do what he did in the mind. He gave so much of charity. Later, when he was released from the prison after 10 years, Kamsa was killed, and he didn't think that I gave all the charity in the mind, let me keep quiet. No, he after 10 years, he gave whatever he thought in the mind, he gave charity afterwards. So like that, Vyasa was bound to do some samskara. Mainly, he wanted to give Srimad Bhagavatam to Sukadeva Goswami. So that only he was calling back his son, Putra. But it was not on the material platform. So one particular interesting sloka is from Padma Puran, where Padma Puran it is stated as Yenarchito Haristena Tarpitani Jagatanapi Rajayanti Jantavas Tatra Jangamaha Stavara Api. So whoever is a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they automatically attract all the minds of all living entities. That's why Srila Prabhupada was able to go to the Western country without anything in his hand. Only with Srimad Bhagavatam, he was able to conquer the entire West. Because he was a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, Yena Haris Architaha, one who worships the Lord. Tarpitani Jagatanapi. So he is very pleasing to all living entities. He even in Bhakti, actually this sloka is quoted in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. Even Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami states two particular qualities of a pure devotee. One thing is Jagat Prinanam. That person who is a pure devotee, the whole world becomes dear to that person. From the perspective of that person, Jagat Prinanam, he is very, he becomes merciful to all the living entities in the world. So all the living entities in the world. So he is Jagat Prinanam. And the second quality is Sarva Jagatam Anu Rachata. So the whole world becomes attracted to that person who has pure devotion in him. So how Krishna attracts all living entities, similarly pure devotee who is taken complete shelter of the Lord. So one sloka is there, no? Prahlad Maharaj says this sloka. Yasyasya bhaktir bhagavatta kinchana sarvair gunai satra samasate suraha. All the good qualities come, they actually compete among themselves to take a position in that particular person who is a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the qualities of devatas, they all come and take shelter of that person who is the devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these two called Jagat Pradinanam and Sarva Jagatam Anurachataha, they are all, whole world he sees mercifully, and the whole world sees him very dear to them. So naturally attraction is there. So we should not worry that Vyasa is a great sage, why he is attached to his son. Because he was a pure devotee actually, and he wanted to give Srimad Bhagavatam. So that we see. So hence, even the trees, seeing Vyasa calling Sukadeva Goswami in attachment, Putra, even the trees, from one point of view, if you see Sukadeva Goswami is a pure devotee, we saw from this sloka that Sarva Jagatam Rachata, he just attracts even the trees, the animals, plants, everything. So even the trees were attached to Sukadeva Goswami. They also called him Putra, don't go like that. This is one point of view. The another point of view, what so the trees lamented, and they are being completely attached to Sukadeva Goswami. They also called out in echo to Vyasadeva's words. They also called him Putra. So Tanmaya refers to one who is attached. It may be Sri Maya if one is attached to Sri, or it may be Tanmaya, one is attached to their son. But this is not on a material platform. Since Sukadeva Goswami is a pure devotee, and a pure devotee naturally attracts everyone, and Vyasadeva, his own son. So Vyasadeva called out to be Putra Putra. And the trees also having affection towards Sukadeva Goswami, because Sukadeva Goswami attracted everyone. The trees also called out Putra Putra. Or there is another meaning. This is Leela Spurti. Leela Spurti means Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad, he has this realization. Means he can understand the mindset of why Putra Putra iti was called. He gives a different explanation to that. It is very sweet actually. Actually, Tan Mayataya, Sukadeva Goswami, he is entering into all the trees and he is calling Vyasadeva Putra Putra. Now it may be confusing for us. Vyasa is the Sukadeva Goswami is the son of Vyasadeva. But why Sukadeva Goswami with this yogic power entering all the trees, and then calling Vyasa as Putra Putra because he wanted Vyasa to understand who is son, who is father. Like Chitraketu, he had that realization, no? He had a son, Harshashoka, and he will die. And while the son again woke up with the power of Narada Muni, he'll ask who is son, who is father, right? Like that here also, who is son, who is father. So this intellectual understanding, he wanted to give it to his father. He thinks his father is attached, and then he is saying who is son, who is father. So the trees echoed in one terms. If we see, the trees echoed Vyasa's mindset, but in according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Pad, the trees echoed the mindset of Sukadeva Goswami also. Like that, since Sukadeva Goswami entered the trees, the mind of the trees, and then gave intellectual understanding and then replied to Vyasadeva. Similarly, Suta Goswami wanted taking shelter of Sukadeva Goswami. Suta Goswami taking shelter of Sukadeva Goswami and asking him to enter his mind and then speak through his mouth Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why Sukadeva Goswami is illustrating this pastime actually. Why Vyasadeva called out Putra Putra. And then Sukadeva Goswami also replied. So Sukadeva Goswami speaking Srimad Bhagavatam to Parishit Maharaj. In that assembly, Suta Goswami was there, and now in order to speak the same Srimad Bhagavatam to Saunakadi Rishis, Sukadeva Goswami is asking the mercy of Suta Goswami is asking the mercy of Sukadeva Goswami. You also enter into me, like how you entered into the minds of all living entities, like the trees, and then you also enter into me and give me the power to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why he is saying how he who can enter into the dull trees and pacify his father by answering back can also enter my heart. Heart is a place where mind, intelligence, everything is present. Science may give different fact, but Bhagavatam says heart is a place where intellect is there, everything is there. So unplease the intellects of all the hearers by Srimad Bhagavatam. So whenever one speaks Srimad Bhagavatam, this should be their mood also. Through my spiritual master, O Sukadeva Goswami, please enter into my heart so that I can also speak Srimad Bhagavatam in a way which is given by our Acharyas. I should not deviate from the path and give my own speculations. That is very, very important. Should come from a parampara. So this is a prayer of Sukadeva Goswami. Why he is narrating this pastime of Vyasa going behind Sukadeva Goswami? Because Suta Goswami wanted Sukadeva Goswami to enter his mind and then empower him to speak, enter his heart, intellect, everything, and empower him to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. And finally here, why he is saying that, implied here is the rule that at the time of lecturing, anyone who is sitting in the Vyasasana or explaining Srimad Bhagavatam, other speakers of Srimad Bhagavatam should also meditate in this way. They should meditate upon. That's why we say Mangalacharan. So when we say Mangalacharan, we should put our heart into it. Not that routine. When we say something in a systematic manner, then it becomes a mechanical routine for us. That should not happen. So with greatness, we should approach Srimad Bhagavatam. Even the mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, with the gratitude in our heart, we should chant the Hare Krishna mantra. That we should remember. Okay, so with this, I will stop here. Any doubts or any feedback?
Thank you so much, Mataji. We find that the session is ending so fast.
Take an extra time.
Very much relishing. I actually, after reading the shloka 1.2.2, I have thought why the trees got attached to Sukadev Goswami, but the explanation that you have given was clarified all the doubts. Mataji. Thank you so much. Very wonderful explanation.
Krishna Chakrita Prabhupada gives explanation.
Hare
Thank
Krishna. Mataji, you mentioned one shloka about the 9 cantos, Navanam Navalakshanam. What shloka is this? Where from is it?
Shudartam Navanam Eva Lakshanam. I don't know
Pardon?
the number. I will put it in the group, Mataji.
Yes, yes, yes. It's in Bhagavatam, is it?
I think Mataji, yes.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, the notes also, Mataji, please.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
you-
sure, Mataji, yes.
Thank you. Hare
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.